The young man noticed that every night at midnight, his neighbor would start chopping meat non-stop, accompanied by a foul stench. To test his hunch, he leaned out the window and peered toward the neighbor's house. He discovered that whenever the neighbor chopped meat, wild cats from nearby would be drawn to it. But strangely, instead of shooing them away, the neighbor would share the freshly chopped meat with the cats, but actually shared the freshly chopped meat with them. Even more puzzling, the stench was unbearable. Why would it draw so many cats? Determined to uncover the truth, the young man collected a sample of cat feces left on his windowsill to send for analysis. But when the test results arrived, he was utterly shocked.
是人的指甲。
This discovery terrified the young man. After some mental turmoil, he resolved to uncover what his neighbor was doing. That night, he turned off all the lights in his home and sat quietly until midnight. Sure enough, the sound of meat being chopped began again from next door. Fighting back nausea, he removed the kitchen vent cover, hoping to peek through it at his neighbor's activities. But the hole was far too small for him to see inside the neighbor's home. Undeterred, he retrieved a coat hanger from his closet, bent it into shape, and fashioned a makeshift phone mount. He switched his phone to video mode and slowly inserted it into the hole. This time he managed to capture footage inside the neighbor's kitchen, only to find it completely empty. Not a soul in sight. Driven by curiosity, he immediately placed his phone back into the hole. Then he pulled out 3 coins from his pocket and deliberately flung them hard at the neighbor's window. Sure enough, the sound of chopping meat abruptly stopped. After a moment, the young man slowly retrieved his phone from the hole and checked the video he'd just recorded. To his shock, he saw the uncle from apartment 3 appear in the neighboring apartment 2. Could it be that the woman in apartment 2 had already been killed? After a moment of internal struggle, he mustered his courage, grabbed an iron rod for protection, and tremblingly approached room 3. Strangely, it took 3 minutes of knocking before the man answered.
干什么？我接个榔头，凳子坏了。等一下。算了，不用了。
The young man then made an excuse and hurried back to his room. Heading straight for the kitchen vent, he pulled out his phone to review the footage from earlier, and discovered the man from room 3 had actually entered room 2 through the wardrobe. Instantly sensing something was terribly wrong, the young man nervously opened his own wardrobe. He tapped lightly on the back of the cabinet, and sure enough, found it hollow. What he didn't know was, the man had already grabbed a kitchen knife, and was poised to kill him. But the young man wasn't stupid. He abruptly stopped his actions, because he had confirmed his suspicion. The man in room 3 was a murderer. He must have killed the woman in room 2. The next morning, the young man kept a close watch on the man. As soon as the man tossed a garbage bag downstairs, he quickly inspected its contents, but found nothing unusual. Still, he wasn't ready to give up. To verify his suspicions, he opened his own wardrobe and slipped through a hidden door behind it into room 2 next door. The young man carefully studied the room's layout and spotted the meat chopping board. But before he could find any clues, the woman from room 2 suddenly appeared, just as the man from room 3 crawled through the passage.
小红书